Student thinking, and if you're going to give feedback to students, one of the most important things you can do is find out what they're thinking. If you don't know what somebody's thinking, then how do you give them feedback? If you don't know why they're doing what they're doing, what feedback are you going to give them? Some feedback that's in your head? Some feedback that tells them to do what you want them to do? Most teaching is about getting kids to do what the teacher wants them to do. It is not about understanding where kids are, meeting them there, and then inviting them to move to the next level based on how they think, not on how the teacher thinks. So the teacher's job is actually to understand how students think, not to get the students to think about how they think. How important is it that students talk through with each other the mathematics, for example, or whatever topic, that is understudy in the class? How important is it that students listen well to the ideas of other students, even if the student speaking is incorrect? This business of whose voice has weight in the classroom is critical if you're going to increase the amount of effective feedback in a classroom. What all of us may need to examine is how much weight are students' ideas being given in a classroom? Is the teacher the harbinger of knowledge? Is math the right answer to mathematics in the teacher's head, and that's what I have to guess at? Or is the right answer to mathematics in my ability to logically unpack this problem and argue for my point of view? Somebody talked earlier, I think it was Ken, who said this business of justifying your answer in mathematics is one of the key things for improving understanding in mathematics. He's right on the money. Can you articulate why you think whatever the answer is? Not because the teacher said it was right, not because the smart kid said it was right, because you have logical capacity to reason through it and argue your point. How well do the adults in your setting listen to one another with an ear toward understanding and possibility? So are we like, I've got my point of view, you keep your point of view, and we will agree to disagree and just stay stuck in our status quo? Or are we going to get to the point where we can actually hear each other's point of view and then search and look for evidence as to whose point of view is actually working with whom, when, under what circumstances, in terms of student achievement, in terms of what pedagogical strategies work best? And finally, my hypothesis. Is it possible that the quality of adult discussions are mirrored in the quality of classroom discussions?